All right, guys, welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. Let's see, we got ourselves a baseball bat, a wooden bat. I don't know if you remember the project I did last year with a big skull on it. Gave that one away. Really liked it. Don't know what did with it, but it's there anyway. So the only thing is we have a snap piece here, but that's okay. That's not going to kill it. We're just going to round that off. So start off, I'm going to go out there and sand all it down. Guys, so I just wanted to show you a little update of what I was doing. So I'm making my FUGLY stick. Now, if you don't know what FUGLY stands for, it stands for fucking ugly. And that's what's gonna happen if you get in my face. I'll make you fucking ugly. That's just the way it is. So, anyway, these are baseball bats. Of course, I showed you guys had a little shit here. And we're just doing a little bit of whatever. Kind of looks like an alien. Cares. It's gonna be finished later, soon enough for what we're doing. I'm gonna try taking a little bit more of the head off here. Not showing you very much what tools I'm using or process, because one of the big things that happens is when I film stuff, it's so damn noisy. And for Christ's sakes, you know, you're using the Dremel, you got the fan on, or the suction on, all that. But I'm gonna show you a little more. So you guys all know that we are part of the Cutsall crew. We have all our Cutsall land brands and all that we use. Everything from your tape burrs to these little buggers, you know, all the way up to the most extreme of what we have now. That's just to get into designs. What I did was, you know, I just drew on here first, and then you can see his arms are crossed. I'll have his skulls and all that on his hands, bones I should say, and have all this done out, basically just sanded out on the back, kind of like a spine going on there. And then you can see there's holes for that. Is what I do is I'll probably end up putting some rope, or whatever they call that stuff, paracord, put in there, and that'll be what I can hold on to, kind of thing. And then it's just for fun, right? I keep this in my car, to tell you the truth. The last one I made, I gave to my buddy Besa out in Quebec. I don't know if he still has it or if it's in his truck or whatever, but it was cool. So anyway, I'll keep on with this, and I'll show you more progress as this gets done. I'm looking at nothing because I don't have a watch, but it is 10:30 at night. It's time to quit. So remember, guys, stay not fugly. I'll get back to you guys. Okay. So I'm not going to put on the fan, because I want to show you guys this. This is the two burrs that we use quite a bit when it comes up to carving. They're both extreme, okay, and they come in bigger, obviously bigger shaft sizes, whatever, the two sizes that we have. I recommend, like, these ones are great to dig in the burrs for what we need. But what I'd recommend also is these bigger, thicker burrs. Now I put this on my Dremel, and it just digs right in. And you have your control, the force you want to push down, how much you want to take out is always there. Depending on the wood too, what you're using, kind of thing, I guess. It helps a lot. But this is the design we're going with. So I'll just do a little bit more just to show you, and then I'm going to get back to putting it on so that I can really dig into it. I guess I could block out all the noises too, but that's a pain in the ass. So what I'm trying to do is bring his head size down. It almost looks like an alien head right now, so it's pretty big. But anyway, let's get back, because I need to put the dust collector back on. So I'll show you progress. All right, guys. So just finished up basically the basic carving of what I did. Put some marks on his head, did his teeth and his mouth, that finished in the FUGLY. So the last thing I want to do, well, before we end up painting it and epoxying it, is I want to burn it. Now, all you need is a good torch. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all the little fibers that you carved, and it's going to burn them out so that you don't have to. You can micro sand all this stuff if you want. It really doesn't matter. I don't usually do that. That's why I use the torch. It gets in all those little spots that I missed. Sort of helps out. So we end up just burning it so that we can see more details of what it's going to look like. And I mean, you can spend lots of time on your carving. It's up to you. I mean, not that I didn't spend lots of time on here, it's just that my carvings are rough, and that's what I like. I like looking at when I do this stuff. Basic, rough, made for, you know, anybody who's just a beginner to do this using the cutsalls, you know, the burrs that we use. You know, it helps. I know there's a lot of great carvers out there that do stuff by hand, and I, you know, totally give them props. There's some people out there that, you know, can't pick up a knife and help out shit when it comes up to doing that kind of stuff. I'm one of those guys. Make sure nothing burns bad. I mean, I could knife carve, but I choose not to. Now, if your carving ends up, you know, burning like that, what you want to do is you want to put it out as fast as you can. So get yourself some water or coffee and put that out right away, because then you'll keep on burning through your wood. Don't forget that. You want to basically get a good color to it. And then, you know, I put my name on my pieces, most of them. You can see I put RV 2021 for, you know, the year and my name. Good enough. And then we'll just outline with the burning the FUGLY part. Now again, FUGLY stands for fucking ugly. There's always someone in your life that you just need to have a good FUGLY bat for. Not violent, not at all. We're not talking like that. It's just funny. There is a little background story to the FUGLY. You know, but that's on mine. That's my background story, and if you really want to hear it, you can email me or text me. I'll tell you the story. So just by taking some of the wood grain itself and burning it, really looks cool. Just, you don't have to go crazy, just basically you want to get some of the color out of the wood, and that makes the bat look different. And then we sanded it down as much as we could. I mean, you can go down to a heavy sanding where, you know, you could bring it down to, you know, from 80 all the way up to, I don't know, what's the highest you can go, 5,000, 3,000? I'm not even sure what sandpaper goes higher than what, but I don't care for that because it's not on me to do it. I like sanding my stuff just enough so you can not see the little fibers. And then with the burning, you can really see what the wood looks like. But again, just be careful, you don't want to catch your wood on fire, because it'll happen. Saw that? The blow torch to it. Now it's going to be hot somewhere. You got to be careful. So what you can do from here is just take your sandpaper and lightly sand off. If you think that, you know, there's parts that are too dark, you can sand that off like this. That's all I'm going to do is just do a light coat. Okay. And then you got to be, like I said before, be careful that when you use a torch, that like, this is still hot. It's very hot because the heat just transfers to the whole wood. And what you don't want is to have it burn. So what I do in that case is take a rag, and you could use anything. I'm using coffee. coffee will actually stain a bit of it, and it'll make it smell good. But no, it will stop the, if there's any kind of burning still going through the wood. All right. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this sit outside, and it's gonna, you know, we're gonna let it dry properly, like let it cool down too. And then plus with all the, like you said, if you use water on this, that's one thing. You know, whatever you use it as a liquid to cool it down, that's on you. But don't go and do anything like staining it after when it's wet or painting it, whatever. You don't want to do that. Oops. You want to let it dry very, very carefully. So let's let it dry. Did I smell my hands? Let's let it dry and then go to the staining part. All right, guys. So we took out our Danish oil that we're using. Danish oil, if you can see that. And again, I always just screw a little hook into my items so that, you know, you could hang them up after. Easy to take out after, it doesn't affect anything. So let's just see what the Danish oil will look on when we do this. Here, let me bring it down. Okay. And we're gonna really butter it up. And then this stuff, you don't have to really, well, you could if you want. Some people, I know that people like to wipe their items off, you know, basically let them sit for 15 minutes and wipe them down. You can, nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with doing that. I like the thickness, like the darkness of it. So I would not do that in my own projects. Just, it's on you, right? You do what you want. So we are just going to, now we'll put this on once, we'll let it dry, and then we will probably add another coat of it so that it's really, because this soaks into your piece, meaning that, you know, you just carved into a fresh piece of wood. Well, it's old, but it's fresh, and it'll soak right into it. And sometimes it won't take as well as, you know, you have to put a couple of coats on it. And as you can see, that's going on. Looking pretty good with this piece. I'm loving it. All right, guys, so I just wanted to finish up a video because I didn't post it out yet, but I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. All right. I wanted to show you the rest of my FUGLY stick. So I airbrushed it. And when you airbrush stuff, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just makes the colors come out really crazy. So I added some black and some purples and some white and stuff like that carved. What I'm gonna do is in here, you can see the holes. Sorry. It's gonna have, they call it paracord, I think it is. And my boy is gonna make me one where it's gonna go through his back of his ribs, and that's gonna be able to hold it like that. It's just for whatever, for fun. And then of course, you know what, I'm gonna put my epoxy on it. So just like my stick, it's gonna be protected. I'm using my stick because I threw out my back again. That's why I haven't posted any videos. Wow, I get it. I just got the shits for luck. So yeah, I threw on my back again. And as you can see, my face, I'm all kind of mitted up. I have no choice, I have to take it. I can barely walk, barely put my socks. I can't even put my socks on. I might wipe my own fucking ass, so. Nobody's wiping my ass, so don't worry about it. So guys, little jolly, you can see it, eh? There it is. It's the FUGLY stick. FUGLY stands for fucking ugly. And if you get in my face, that's what I'm gonna do to you. I always think this is crazy little projects I love to do with these baseball bats. These old baseball bats is just basically carve out whatever you want in them. And then, you know, this is just for fun. There's a little background to the FUGLY story. I won't get into it because I'm just hoping that person she really watches it. She knows what fucking ugly is. A FUGLY is. Anyway, no names mentioned, so don't even start with me. And there's no violence to this. I couldn't even beat up my own freaking shoes. Never mind, I can hurt someone. Yes. Anyway, guys, so this is it. And I don't think it'll be a video. I'll just incorporate in something else I'm gonna do. I'll show you when my boy does. He's just gonna make it. I'm gonna attach it to here, the paracord, and when I epoxy everything, it's gonna look really sweet, and then it's gonna go in my car, just in case. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, eh? You know what? If I can do it, you can do it. We always say that. Look at me. I'm in the most crappiest positions ever, where shit's going on, you know, heart attack, diabetes, throw my back out like nothing, but I'm still going. So if I can do it, you can do it. Don't forget that. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. Don't put it in your mind that you can't. You're full of shit. You can. Everybody can do it. Oh yeah, look at this. New Star Wars ring. Pew pew. Love it. Happy Father's Day. Choose your own path. Be good, guys. See you on the next one.